Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Building a Game Collection. And this episode is outside because, I just needed more space for this project. I've got another stick. I got the HORI Real Arcade Pro Tekken 7 edition for the PS4. And I brought along the usual suspects for a quick comparison. Right off the bat, this stick, and you can see it, this stick looks really damn awesome. Let's just go over a few of its features right quick. The start button is located right here. Well, I'm sorry, it's the options button now, but in case you're in a tournament or whatever, don't want to get yourself disqualified, you've got that in a safe damn place. The share button is over here, along with the PlayStation button. You've got L3 and R3, an onboard turbo function, a PS4, PS3 switch. You've got a switch for digital left stick and right stick. This one right here, this A off and on, I'm not sure exactly what that means. And this 5, 12, 20, I have no idea what that means either. I guess I could probably look that up and find out. But let's get into a few more features of this stick. It's got the touchpad up top. The previous Real Arcades did not have a touchpad because they didn't need one. But with the PS4, they now do need it. And you've got the little bay here for the cord. That's where it hides away at. Now, a crazy feature about this stick that I noticed right off the bat is that this one has a headphone jack. As you know before, you could not find a headphone jack on a PlayStation stick at all. This stick also features some little grooves on the side for picking it up and carrying it, but honestly, I don't really feel like they're that good for that. But overall, it's a really good stick. I like it. It uses a HORI Hayabusa joystick instead of a Sanwa JLF, which kind of became the standard. The buttons are not Sanwa as well. There are also some in-house developed HORI buttons. These are the second generation ones. These are the Hayabusa buttons that are lower to the ground. Let's see if we can get an angle here. Those are the Sanwa ones. Those are the HORI ones. The HORI ones, as you can see, they don't stick up quite as high. This was an intentional design choice so that you could get supposedly faster response, faster input. So the jury's still out for me if I like them more or not than the Sanwa buttons. I think they're just different. Like I haven't really felt like gameplay was better as a result of them being lower. But whatever. With time, perhaps I'll change my mind. The HORI Hayabusa joystick, though, I prefer this over the Sanwa JLF. I've used this stick for years. Well, this joystick, this lever, I've used it for years in a different arcade stick that I have. So I do like that this one comes with one right out of the gate. I don't have to put it in there. And this, of course, is the stick that I've been using most of the time lately, up until getting this one. Of course, I've been using this one more now since, a new toy and all. But this one has been the current champion for me. This is an amazing stick. I cannot recommend it enough. I made a video some months back when I first got it, and I stand by everything I said about this stick back then. This is an amazing stick. You cannot go wrong with it. Just showing you the inside there. And then over here, we've got this one. I mean, my opinion has not changed about this stick either. I don't think this is a very good stick. I do not recommend it. So out of the 3 sticks that I have here, I've used them a whole lot as of late. And if I had to go in order of best to worst, I'd say the Panthera is still the best one, with a very close second being the HORI Real Arcade Pro Tekken 7 edition, and a very distant third being the Mad Catz TE2. I really recommend staying away from this stick at all costs. I really do. Unless you get this stick for like a really great price, do not pay $200 for this stick. I mean, if someone sells you this stick for like under $100 or something like that, maybe, but I do not recommend paying full retail for that stick. This stick is excellent. I really like this stick a lot. I do like the fact that it has an onboard turbo feature. I use that to grind out some items in Tekken 7. I had Katarina doing her little kick combo. I had that set to autopilot and just let her do it overnight or whatever and earn me some items. So I don't really use turbo, but in the rare occasion that I use it for something like that, I'm always glad that it's available. This stick doesn't have turbo, but it really wasn't an issue since, like I said, I don't really use turbo that often. So these sticks retail, this one for $200 or $199.99, this one for $179.99, and this one before, this stick was like $129.99. So this one was the most expensive of the 3 sticks, and I think this one is the worst of the lot. So you can't go wrong with either one of these though. These 2 sticks, they have pros and cons. You know, one does things that the other doesn't, and vice versa. You know, a plus that this one has over the HORI stick is that, you know, the cord is detachable. You can just take it out and put it back in, where this one, it's not detachable. You can't lift the top of this one up at all. You have to stick the cord into the bay back there. So that may be a deal breaker for some of you. It may not be. It's just something to keep in mind, you know. But on the plus side, this one has a headphone jack when this one does not. You know, so like I said, there's pros and cons with both of them, but overall I think the Panthera edges it out just slightly, not by a whole lot, just slightly. But regardless of which one you go with, they're most certainly going to be better than this one here. So leave a comment, like if you feel like it, subscribe if you feel like it, and if you guys have any questions about these 3 sticks, I'm always available. Leave it in the comments section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you guys next time.